Konnichiwa minasan, genki desu ka? I'm Dave and today is the room tour. I hope you guys are excited. Sorry for the wait, I know it's been a long time coming. Once again, thank you everybody for subscribing to my channel. I said once I hit 500, I would do a room tour and we far surpassed that. As you can tell, the camera setup is a little different. I originally wanted to use this GoPro to shoot my room tour. I was gonna put it on my head and we were gonna go and check out my room, but this is not a good way to do a room tour. I tried it earlier, it just didn't work. So instead I'm using another camera, not my usual camera because that camera is way too heavy. This camera is a lot smaller, so I'm going to be using this one and it's going to be handheld and we're just going to go and check out my room. So let's get ready, let's go! Alright, so we are now handheld. Hopefully I can keep this camera stable enough. Let's go and check out the first part of my collection. So over here is where I originally had my figures displayed. I had a couple of Nendoroids here, and as you can see you have Akari-chan, Amy, you have Toshino Kyoko's magical girl, I forgot her name, but this figure right here is actually my very first altar figure, actually one of my very first scale figures that I ever bought. And if you remember, I mentioned that this Toshino Kyoko prize figure was my very first prize figure. Here is Miku using one of the Nendoroid More faces. This is not the face that she came with, of course. And if you remember, I did an unboxing of Hinata from Haikyuu. And we have a little tiny Renge from Nananbyori. This came with one of the Japanese release of the manga. So over here on the next shelf we have Yukari-chan Figma. We have a lot of the Love Live girls. So these two are Nendoroid Petites, but these other girls right here are from the G's magazine. They came with one of the magazines and I can show you those magazines later. There is Snow Miku and Mako-chan. I had a bunch of other Nendoroids displayed here, but I moved them over to my shelf, which you guys know as my set for my videos. Down here we have the Yui prize figure, Ritsu from K-On!, and of course Ryuko and Satsuki from Kill la Kill. And we also have a giant Yotsuba. So that's everything else in that shelf. Down here we have Yotsuba again. We have Tales of Symphonia. These figures are from the Tales of Phonia limited edition game. They're not Nendoroid Petites, but they definitely look like them. And over here we have Yui, who says she's so cute. One more time. Oh my god, that's so cute. And down here on the last shelf I have a bunch of various CDs that I kind of packed in here when I was moving stuff. If you didn't know, I am a huge Gact fan. If you don't know who he is a J-rock, J-pop god. Just kidding. But I have most of his albums. Here is one of his albums. So there's Gact. He's amazing. I'm not really too much into his newer stuff, but he's still probably one of my favorite musicians. Alright, so moving on, we're gonna start moving over to my shelf. Over here is the Build-A-Bear Pikachu. I have Pikachu slippers that my brother and sister gave me for my birthday. I have the two real action heroes that I own, probably the most expensive action figures that I have. And in the next shelf, as you can see, you might remember this from my previous video where I had my April haul. So you have One Punch Man and the rest. Over here it's kind of like miscellaneous stuff. I don't really know what to do with them. Down here you have a bunch of hats, and on the last rows you don't really have much of anything. And this is my pull-up bar. So just so you know how I stay in shape, do about 10,000 of these a day and you'll be set just like I am. I hurt my shoulder, so you know I probably shouldn't do any strenuous activities. So over here, as you can see, it is partially my Nendoroid set. So a closer look, you might remember the Alice unboxing, And here you have Sakurai Aoi, Ono Akira, Hinata, Link, Kuroneko, Ikamusume, Taiga, Cynthia, N, and Red from Pokemon, Joker, Celty, Hanekawa, Mega Man or Rockman, Takao, which I don't really know why I bought her. That was like kind of a frivolous Nendoroid purchase. There is Kuroki Tomoko, Archer, Yui, Yuki Yuna, who is a hero, Seishiro Sugumi, Shinon, Tomoyo Kanzaki, Hotaru, Fight Club Mako, Tachibana Marika, Hatsune Miku 2.0, Raiden Metal Gear Solid 2 version, Ryder, Marin-chan, another frivolous purchase because she's not from an anime, I don't think, but she was really cute, so I had to get her. And Kageyama from Haikyuu, Ruko and Tama, which I will probably be doing an unboxing video because somebody requested it. Haruka from Real Wars, and of course we have Oikawa Toru, Hatsune Miku Senbon Zakura version, Menma. I actually have 3 Menmas, and they are behind this one. They're helping prop up all the Nendoroids on top. We have Hestia, Mayu Uchi Renge, Toshino Kyoko, Sakura Miku, and Chino-chan, which I'll also do an unboxing for her soon. So the reason why these ones are front face is just because it looks better. It's kind of random of who I chose. For the exception of Renge and Menma, they will always be up front because they are my favorites. And here, a closer look at my Nendoroids that I'm now displaying. I got these acrylic shelves on Amazon for I think about $22, and again I have LED lights that I installed a couple weeks ago, if you remember that from Instagram. So we have Link, 2 Isabels, and this Isabel right here was not only the first video I ever did for my channel, she is also the first Nendoroid I ever got. And again we have Kirby, who has an unboxing video, and this is the championship version Red because his Pokemon are right here, and I just love the little Pikachus that is falling asleep because Red ain't ready for Pikachu yet. In the next shelf I have the Love Live girls. If you remember, I did do an unboxing for the first years and the second years. I got lazy and I ended up not doing one for the third years, but you can see them right here, Nozomi, Nico, and Ellie. The second years are standing on the collection of Love Live, the Best Live Collection number 2. Over here on the sides is Season 1 and Season 2 of Love Live Blu-ray, the US releases. And these two I bought at Japanese bookstore Kinokuniya. They're not Nendoroids, but they're still pretty cute, right? And over here are the Love Live training outfit versions. I really gotta get up and start unboxing this. And of course you will remember Cosmic Explorer from Perfume. So when I get all the girls, I'll probably turn this to a second Love Live shelf, or maybe I won't, who knows. But right now this is where I am keeping the girls. And over here is my second shelf that I like to display. So we have Yukata version Miku Mashiro, and I did an unboxing for her. And of course I did an unboxing for Tomoko, if you remember that. Onodera, Aaron, who is the only boy on this shelf, Yui, Alice, who I also did 2 unboxings of, and the Demon Lord from Mao Yusha, and of course our favorite Aoi-chan from Yamano Susume. So as I unbox more Nendoroids, this is probably going to start to get more full. And I didn't mention, but this inadvertently became my Nintendo shelf. So if I open Majora's Mask, Link, he'll probably go here. Wind Waker Zelda will probably go here. So I do have her on pre-order. So the best part of this shelf is that the lights can go nice and crazy. Sometimes I like to turn the lights all the way down, pop up some Big Bang, and just have myself a little indoor nightclub with my Nendoroids, which is, you know, pretty awesome.
Wow, fantastic, baby. 달에 땅을 흔들고 3분은 불충분한 race 분위기는 wire catch me on fire 진짜가 나타났다.
So pretty cool that I have lights, and as you can see the lights have lots of different colors and lots of different features, so I definitely recommend these. Pretty cool system. I think it was 35 bucks on Amazon if you want to check those out. So turn that off because I think I'm gonna get a seizure. Pretty much the rest of my shelves are just miscellaneous stuff. Here is my manga collection. I love Yotsuba, easily one of my favorite mangas of all time, and here is Nanan Biori and the Japanese manga of Ishukan Friends, which I love, but I really only bought it because they had a little bonus that they came. Here is my small and modest anime collection. As you can see, Toradora I bought I think 2 years ago. It is still completely sealed. I have not opened it. I have seen it and it is one of my favorites. Over here, excuse me Pikachu, over here behind Anohana, one of my favorite animes ever, is my VHS anime collection. For you kids who don't know what a VHS is, you would put these VHS cassette tapes inside of a VCR. And if you don't know what a VCR is, then I can't help you. So I have Bubblegum Crisis, Street Fighter X, Generator Gall, what else? I also have a couple DVDs here, so collection is very modest. I like to focus my collection on Nendoroids, of course. Over here is where my camera is. If you've ever wondered what I shoot with, it is a Canon 7D. I would like to upgrade to a Mark II, but I don't really have the money to do that. So over here is my PS4 collection. This is where it hangs out. A bunch of various games. I am a gamer, so definitely like to play my games. And over here are Kirby's and my small DS collection. This isn't all of it. I actually have a lot more DS games, but as I started to get more Nendoroids, I had to make space, so if my DS games are hidden somewhere in my room, I don't remember where. So I have various Pokemon games. I love Pokemon. Pokemon is probably my favorite franchise, my second favorite being Animal Crossing. It's just such great games. So again, more Pokemon, and my very small DS collection, sorry, my very small PlayStation Vita collection here. Over here I have One Punch Man, the manga, and a couple other manga, and to round it out we have the Love Live School Idol movie. I still have not seen it again since watching it last year. I think, yeah, last year is when I saw it. And the rest of the black bins, as you can see here, are just stuff that I didn't really know what to do with, so I kind of wanted to just hide it away and forget about it. I'm gonna show you guys something that you haven't seen before. We're gonna go all the way up top for the rest of my collection. So here we are at the top of my room, as you can see. Oh, we'll get to the rest of my Nendoroid collection later. I do have the Satsuki Figma, Honoka Figma, who's this one again? Lucina? Yeah. Noelle. I actually have two of Noelle. The second Noelle is probably hidden behind here. Over here are all the Snow Mikus. The first one, the second one, the third one, Strawberry Miku, Magical Girl Miku, and I'll show you the other Miku, that Snow Miku that I have. Alright, so let's get to my next shelf. So over here is my shelf that has most of my scale figures. Let's start at the top. Over here actually is a Nendoroid. This is the Yuri Yuri Nendoroid that features... I swear I thought there was a Nendoroid in here. It's actually empty. That's weird. There's supposed to be an Akari Nendoroid, but... That's so strange. Well, anyway. I'm sure I just misplaced it. Moving on, there is Natsume. I did do an unboxing of him. Definitely check out that showcase. That was probably one of my favorite showcases I've done. I really loved how the pictures turned out. Here is Taiga from Toradora. I picked that up at a convention for like 60 bucks, and I think that's a pretty good deal. Alters Kotori-chan from Love Live. I absolutely love this figure. If you remember, I also did a video for her. Also check out that showcase. And over here, one of the other few male scale figures that I have. What the hell is that guy's name? Aomine from Kuroko no Basket. It's a beautiful figure. He's definitely one of my favorite characters, so definitely had to pick him up when that came up on pre-order. Down on the next shelf, we have the Girls Panzer Nendoroid Petites. We have the tank in which you can put the Petites on. Let's see if I can get an example. See, you have two variations. You can put the Nendoroid on top, or you can put all the girls to fit in the tank, which is really cool. Again, Yukari Akiyama. This is such a beautiful figure. It's so simple and cute. I love it. You might remember Morgiana from Magi, and you might remember Maki from Love Live. This is her alter swimsuit outfit. I also have the SH Figure Arts Nico, which is the same outfit she wore in her Nendoroid, the Bokurawa Ima no Nakade figure. Down here we have the Love Live PlayStation Vita. So this is the limited edition. There is one for each subunit for the Love Live girls. I decided to only pick up one, though I definitely want to pick up the other ones too. Here we have Anaru from Anohana. Beach Queens. I don't really like to collect Beach Queens, but Yukari is my favorite character, so I had to get her. Yaya from Unbreakable Machine Doll. Frau Kojiro from Robotic Notes, and the other girl, Senomiya Akihio, in her maid outfit, and together they are adorable. So over here we have the Kosaka Honoka Good Smile Company 1/8 figure, I think. Yes, 1/8 figure. We have the Kotori Kotobukiya figure, SH Figure Arts Honoka right here. And you might remember the 3 Nendoroid Petites. I've done unboxings for all 3 of those Nendoroid Petites. Here are the boxes for the Love Live Nendoroids from the first set of Nendoroids. Over here we have Yotsuba, more Love Live, more Yotsuba. Here are Sakura and her friend from Cardcaptor Sakura. Umaru-chan, the beautiful Harvest Moon Nendoroid. Down here we have Onoda and Makishima from Yowamushi Pedal, Racing Miku, Yukari Figma, Ryuko Figma, Ritsu, 2 Kupoches, because Good Smile Company I don't think have the rights to make Nendoroids for these characters, so I had to pick them up because they're so cute. And these are the only Kupoches I have. We have the Figma for Sakura, the Fig Fix for Detective Conan. I am a huge Detective Conan fan, and this also comes with a Figma of the Murderer, which is pretty cool. And behind that we have the Girls in Panzer PlayStation Vita game, which I actually totally forgot I had because it was behind all these boxes. Down here we have more Nendoroids. So we have Batman Nendoroid. I definitely recommend you check out the showcase. I had to change the music because it got flagged for copyright. So the music on there now is different, and I think you guys will find it enjoyable. We have Aoi's box here. We have Mayu Shimada from Wake Up Girls. Mato Hana from Captain Earth. The only reason why I bought this Nendoroid is because her voice actor is Menma's voice actress, and Menma hadn't been announced that she was getting a re-release, so I thought this was the closest I'd get to getting a Menma type character Nendoroid. I mean, she's wearing white. It's close enough, right? But luckily Menma did get an Nendoroid. So I actually dropped this anime. I didn't like it, but I thought I'd still get the Nendoroid. Here is the Madoka Kaname Yukata version Nendoroid. Tina and Aoba Naruko. I don't really know where they're from. I just had to get them because they're so cute. Over here we have Solid Snake. And down here we have Devil Homura. And over here we have the Snowbell Miku. Yeah, we have the Snowbell. This is the other Snow Miku that I was talking about. And we have Chris Yukine from an anime that I have not seen. So over here are the boxes for the prize figures that I have. Here is the box for the first scale figure that I ever bought. Her name is Mirakurun. That's right, I should have known that. And I also have 4 Yotsuba model figures. Don't ask why. It was, I don't know why I bought that. So over here is my electric guitar. If you didn't know, I do dabble in some music. So over here are my amiibos. So we have Shizue in both her outfits, Pikachu, and of course these little guys, I forgot their name. So as well as my amiibos, I have the Puripada Nendoroid Kode Nendoroids hanged up right here. They look really nice. I like the way how they're packaged, so they're really easy to hang up. Over here is Yui, another one of my favorite J-pop artists. I've been a big fan of hers for a long time. So over here is my exercise bike. I like to imagine I am Onoda from Yomushi Pedal as I'm racing across the finish line with my other competitors, trying to win one for my team. Yeah, kinda like that. Let's get back to the room tour. So over here you might remember my Honoka stand. This has my cell phone in it with my Umaru background. It matches the orange so well. If you want to see what my view is like here in California, it's beautiful. If you could actually see anything, that is. And of course over here I have 3 of my favorite Love Live girls, Nico, Honoka, and Kotori-chan. I really was debating on whether to buy the other 9 or the other 6 girls, but I didn't really have the space and I wanted to save money, so I just had to pick my 3 favorites. I kind of wish I had picked up Rin as well though. And over here of course is the rest of my Nendoroid collection that you guys don't get to see very often. I'm gonna go through each one so you can guys get a close look. Also underneath here is my bed, and if you're wondering if it's usually this clean, only when I do room tours. So as you can see, you have the 2 Umarus that are always by my side with Ditto chilling up top. Let us get to my Nendoroid collection. Okay, so up here we have 2 really old K-On! Nendoroids. These are the playsets. It comes with a stage. I have opened them just to use their stage as a photo prop, so maybe I can post that picture so you guys can see. I bought these 2 used on AmiAmi for a really good price. I think it was like maybe 3,500 yen each, so I think that was pretty good. But shipping killed it because these boxes are really big. Over here we have Meiko. We have after school version of Taiga from Toradora. This comes as is, no accessories, no faceplates. This complements the other Taiga Nendoroid that came out. Here are the Hayate no Gotoku Nendoroids. So you have Nagi, Hinagiku, and of course Ayasaki Hermione or Hayate. This comes with his girl form, which is so cute. I love Hayate. Here is Kudo. I always have a hard time pronouncing her name, but she is from the light novel and anime series Little Busters. If you remember a while back, I got the jacket for Little Busters, which is really cool. Here is the Hatsune Miku, probably the oldest Nendoroid that I have. I also bought this pre-owned on AmiAmi. As you can see, she's not in there. You saw her earlier in the video. Here is Akari-chan. I know some of you are like, there's nobody here. If you guys watch Yuri Yuri, you'll get that joke. The Sakura Miku, which is probably, I think, my 2nd unboxing video that I ever did. Sakai Wakana from Tari Tari, and the 3 working girls who are just the best. Popura-chan, Yamada-chan, and Mahiru-chan. Great Nendoroids. Over here we have Matsumine Mashiro. You might remember her unboxing. The Super Sonico working set. Tsutsukashi Tsukiko from Hentai Prince. Suginto, this lady, such an evil person. I hate her, she's the worst, but her Nendoroid is beautiful. We have the pervert Araragi-san, He is such a creepy perv. Over here we have Behippa. Such a weird name. I forgot what her name in the anime is, but she is from World Conquest Zavisa Plot. That's what it says on the box. But she is such a cute Nendoroid. This Nendoroid is from a 3DS game that I have, but I actually haven't played. But she was way too cute that I had to pre-order her. Here is the Hatsune Miku Halloween version. And of course, Best Girl Onodera Kosaki with Best Gorilla Kirisaki Chitoge. Here is Iona from that submarine anime. Miss Monochrome from the Miss Monochrome anime. Here are the 3 girls Umpanzer Nendoroids. The other 2 girls, there are 5 main girls from that anime. They should be coming out either this month or next month. I know they're coming out really soon, so definitely Yukari-chan is leading the way. I actually haven't opened her yet. I really gotta get to that. Over here we have the 2 Saki Nendoroids, Saki and Nodoka from the anime Saki, from the Mahjong anime Saki. Saki's really cool because she has a Mahjong table and she goes with Nodoka really well. They're 2 best friends. Over here, you remember me mentioning Gact is one of my favorite Japanese musicians. He has a Vocaloid and his Vocaloid has a Nendoroid, so I had to pick that up. It is so cute that he got his own Nendoroid. Over here we have Ohana-chan from the anime Hanasaku Iroha, and she has this really weird accessory that's a really bondage accessory. If you remember seeing the anime, this scene was really funny. We have, of course, my only Sword Art Online Nendoroid, Asuna-chan, and we have Frau and Akiho from Robotic Note. You might remember these scale figures from earlier. Over here we have all the Attack on Titan Nendoroids for the exception of the Colossal Titan. I don't have him. I really wanted to buy him, but I just fell behind and ended up buying a whole bunch of other stuff. These 2 I have opened, as you may remember earlier. Armin is really cute, and I have the 2 Levi's, of course, because he is the best, at least that's what everyone tells me. But everybody knows that Mikasa is the best, Eren is the worst. Here we have the Railgun Nendoroids from A Certain Scientific Railgun. We have Misaka Mikoto, her clone sister. Is that a spoiler? I think it's a spoiler. And we have Shirai Kuroko. These Nendoroids are so cute. Technically, these 2 are kind of the same. They just have different accessories. But the pervert Shirai Kuroko, who has a big crush on One-san, is so cute. This is one of probably the earliest Nendoroids that I ever pre-ordered, and definitely one of the reasons I started to pre-order more and more Nendoroids, because she is so cute. Again, here is the Demon King's box. I really love how she comes with her Dakimakura. It is so cute. Again, here is Amy, and here is the box for the Yukata Hatsune Miku. Here is Hachikuji Mayoi. Here is Miyako from Hidamari Sketch anime. I actually haven't seen it. I bought this Nendoroid anticipating that I would watch it, and unfortunately I just haven't had the time. Here are the 2 Shizue Isabelle Animal Crossing Nendoroids. Again, this was my very first Nendoroid I ever got, and probably the reason I started collecting Nendoroids in the first place. Over here we have the Kaname Madoka Maiko version Nendoroid. The Tosaka Rin Nendoroid. Here we have the original release of Mako, Ryuko, Satsuki from Kill la Kill, and the adorable Shinku from the anime Rosen Maiden. This set is freaking amazing. I need to open her. I've had that for like 2 years. Over here we have the pre-order bonus for Renge. She has her buns. And over here is the pre-order bonus for Mako. As you can see, she has her face all beat up. You could only get these pre-order bonuses if you pre-ordered straight from Good Smile Company. Continuing on, over here I have a whole bunch of keychains that I have hanging. As you can see, we have this girl, I don't remember her name, but she is from the anime Defrag. We have the girl from Kill la Kill. I remember when I was opening the box, I wanted any character except this one, so of course I was gonna get this one. Here we have the bonus that was from the manga from Ishukan Friends. I have to say, if you haven't seen the anime, it's a great slice of life high school drama between these two and the relationship that they form with each other. I forgot his name, but her name is Kaori, and I absolutely love her. Here we have the 4 Love Live keychains I picked up 4 random keychains, and of course I happened to get the exact same pair, Rin and Umi. Go figure, right? Here we have the little keychain. I don't remember her name, but she was the girl from Anohana, the one who had a crush on the guy who dressed up as Menma. She's probably one of my least favorite characters next to the guy who dressed up as Menma. She's really cute in chibi form. Over here we have another Levi in his cleaning outfit. Here we have Saki. Over here we have a little mini Kuroko, who is so cute. Here is the sleeping bag Nendoroid, and over here is a mini umbrella of Sakura Chio from the anime Nozaki-kun. And I just had to get this because I was like, this can't be a mini umbrella, but it is. It is a mini umbrella that's actually really well made. So I had to pick that up. So that is my entire Nendoroid collection. You now know what all my collection is to date. I have a lot more Nendoroids coming up, but to continue on with my room tour, here is my TVs, multiple. And is that Jess and is that Mia? Is that Go Figure? Oh my god, it is them! What a coincidence. So again, if you guys don't know who Go Figure is, come on, everybody knows them. They're one of the reasons why I started my channel in the first place. So the reason why I have 2 TVs is this TV right here is where I edit everything. This TV is connected to my computer. I'm running a Mac Mini. I used to have a better computer, but it died. My Mac Mini was just a temporary replacement. That was 2 years ago. I still haven't found a permanent replacement. It's connected to my TV, which is playing Perfume, because as you know from my last video, I love Perfume. So I use this TV as my computer monitor, so I edit all my videos that you are watching on this TV. While I'm editing a video here, I'll like to have something here on the side to just keep my mind busy while I do, you know, busy work over here. So it's definitely convenient to have 2 TVs at the same time. Over here is some of my magazine collection. If you remember those Love Live figures from earlier, they came from these G's magazine. So as you can see, there's Honoka over here. Here is Nico. I wanted to get every girl, but unfortunately a lot of the magazines sell out so fast that I'm unable to pick up all the girls. Here is just a giant serialized manga. And of course here is my tiny vinyl collection. So let's check out what's in here. So we have Taylor Swift's 1989, a must-have because she's amazing. We have the Foo Fighters Greatest Hits, big fan. Here, of course, Flight of the Conchords vinyl. I told you I was freaky. If you guys are not familiar with Flight of the Conchords, check out some of their songs. These guys are freaking hilarious. Here is the, what's her name? Kyari Pamu Pamu Pika Pika Fantajin picture album. This is a vinyl just like the rest. And of course, Perfume's Level 3 vinyl. I had to pick this up. There are actually 3 versions that come in 3 colors. This one is the yellow version, the yellow vinyl, and I definitely want to get the other ones. So underneath my TV are my PlayStations, my PS3 and my PS4. Right now my PS3 isn't plugged in because I'm not really using it. And actually I wanted to show you guys the rest of my games. Under my bed is my 3DS, my pink DS, my black DSi, and my PlayStation Vita. And over here I have a bunch of my old games, really old, my Game Boy Pocket, my Pokemon Game Boy games, really old. Yes. Underneath my bed is also my PS2 collection, and over here is my life-size banner of Yukari Akiyama from the anime Girls in Panzer. Again, she is one of my favorite characters, so I had to get her. I won't show you guys my closet because it's really messy, but inside is the typical stuff. It's my clothes, and actually I have, before I collected Nendoroids, I collected Gundam models. So up top of my closet are a bunch of my old Gundam models. Maybe I can show you guys sometime. The battery's dying. Alright guys, so that's it for my room tour. Thanks again to everyone who has subscribed to my videos. I am so grateful and so thankful that you guys actually like what you see on my channel. I'm just kind of in awe. I can't believe my channel has grown so fast. Yeah, I'm just I'm just really grateful that there are enough of you out there that actually care and want to see my stuff and like hearing me talk about Nendoroids, which of course I love. So thanks again to all of you. I hope you enjoyed this really long video. I'm kind of out of breath. I'm not used to speaking for long periods of time. And before I go, as I buy more Nendoroids and as I start displaying more Nendoroids, I'll definitely try to do updated room tours if that's what you guys want. I have a feeling it is. So you guys have finally gotten a chance to see my entire Nendoroid collection. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry about the cam, but this was probably the best way I could do this since my room is so tiny. This camera is really easy to work with. Again, thank you guys for being so supportive. Thank you for all your kind comments. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. So that's it for me, guys. I am exhausted. Fun note, I saw Captain America Civil War this morning. No spoilers. That movie is very good. Definitely watch it. I highly recommend it, and I kind of want to watch it again, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more times. Yeah. Okay, so that'll do it for me today. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ja ne.